up to the scale from the blue corner, Yigal Castillo. Official weight 144.6 for Yigal Castillo. And coming in from the red corner, we've got Jonathan O'Neill. Johnny Too Nice is weighing in at 145.2 official weight. This is a featherweight title fight on the line. Gentlemen, let's step up to the line. Jonathan O'Neill and Yigal Castillo ready to square off for the featherweight Rising Stars belt. Let's do a quick talk. Yigal, you came down from the Bay Area for this fight, right?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming, man. NorCal represent. Johnny, you ready for walk away with gold tonight?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to go. Easy weight cut, a bunch of energy. I feel good. I feel healthy, athletic, ready to go do my thing.
All right, man. Well, you got a NorCal guy up squaring off on you. We're tough up there, so you ready to bring it?
Oh, yeah. I know he's a really good striker. I know his grappling is good as well. I think his last fight, he finished his last opponent, so I know he's good in all aspects. I'm ready to go no matter where the fight goes. I'm ready to go. It doesn't matter where it goes. I'm going to do my thing.
All right, thank you so much. We're looking forward to seeing you shine tonight. Johnny O'Neill, Yigal Castillo for the 145 featherweight belt. All right, stepping up to the scale next in the 135-pound division, we've got Luciano Giano. Official weight 134.2 for Luciano Giano. And now, coming up to the scale from the red corner, we've got Rosario Romero. Official weight 135.2 for Rosario Romero. All right, guys, let's square you off over here.
Over here, please. There we go. Thank you.
Luciano Giano and Rosario Romero. Thank you, guys. We're really looking forward to this one. Let's get a quick word with you guys, if you don't mind. Let me jump in here. We'll start with you, Luciano. You made it from the Bay Area for this one, right?
Yep.
You fighting out of Dragon House?
Yeah, like 1 year fighting now.
Okay. And you ready for this? You put a lot of work into this camp, I assume, right?
Absolutely, always.
Okay. Romero, good to see you, man. You got 4 finishes under your belt. Anything that you're going to predict for how this fight is going to end?
It's a good fight. It's a best prediction. Good fight.
Okay. Any final comments?
No more words.
No more words.
No more words.
These guys are ready to go. This is going to be a banger. Luciano Giano and Rosario Romero for the 135-pound division. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Thank you. Good luck.
All right, this is Josh Cooper here with Ryan Buckner, co-owner of UNF. This is UNF 15, and we're coming to you from New Money Fight Club. Ryan, how you doing today?
Good, my brother. Nice to meet you, actually.
Very
excited for this event. It's a showcase of violence. So, we're trying to do cool new stuff for the fighters. The event we have here tonight is very exciting. The fighters are going to put on an artistic display of violence, and I can't wait. So, it's very exciting.
Talk to us a little bit about the theme here. We're in the Ukrainian Cultural Center. It's an art theme. You have like a favorite artist, or what was the idea behind that theme? It's interesting.
Listen, I'm not huge on art, but once we walked into this place, we want to be different, do new stuff, right? I don't really think you see MMA promotions putting this kind of event on.
Never.
So we like to be very creative. As far as my favorite artist, Andy Warhol, and that's who this was kind of themed around. But I don't know. I guess that's why. What about you? Who's your favorite artist?
I do not have a favorite artist. I'm not big into art, but Cristobal actually let me in on some knowledge. He showed me last night. We were having dinner. And he showed me a picture of this rock-looking thing. It looked hideous in my eyes. And I said, that's not art. And he goes, did it make you feel something? I was like, yeah, I didn't like it. He's like, then it's art. So apparently the definition of art is if it makes you feel something, good or bad, that makes it art. So
yes, that's why we love Cristobal. Always spinning knowledge.
He's a very intricate mind, that one.
Oh, all right. And we're tossing to the stage for our next weigh-in.
Boom.
Oh, you're Riverside.
Yeah, 10 pounder Riverside Super Petite MMA.
Ready? All right, we are really looking forward to this one. This is the main event of the night. This is going to be for the 170-pound welterweight strap. Coming up from the blue corner, we got Majali Gay.
Woo, let's go.
Step on the scale, bro. Official weight, 168.8 for Majali Gay. And in the red corner, stepping up to the scale, Kameron Fardad. Official weight, 169.2 for Kameron Fardad. All right, guys, let's square you off.
Here, guys, thank you so much.
Majali Gay versus Kameron Fardad for the 170-pound welterweight belt. Let's get a quick interview with you guys. Just jump in real quick. Yeah. I just heard you thank your opponent there. You know, you had an original opponent, so you've been in camp for a little while, but unfortunately you had to drop out. Cameron was nice enough to step up here, and it was nice to see that sign of respect. So going in here, there's no bad blood for this one?
We're martial artists, man. This is just what we do. You know, he's planning on going professional. I want to go professional. So we understand that this is just a part of the game. So yeah, of course we're going to hit each other hard, but no, there's no bad blood, you know, here. This is just what we do.
Cameron, you had short notice on this fight. Did you have to do anything different in the last 2 weeks to get ready for this formidable opponent you're about to face?
No, I think, I just had to kind of squeeze some focus into a smaller period of time than I normally would have had to make sure to get down for the weight. But like he said, this is just what we do. This is what I've been doing. This is what we're going to continue to do. So I'm looking forward to doing what we do.
Two fantastic martial artists, and one of you guys is going to walk out of here tonight wearing the strap around your belt. It's going to be an absolute banger. Thank you so much. You got any last comments or anything you want to say for the people?
No, I'm just thankful. Thank you, everybody who's going to come out tonight. Just super thankful, super blessed. Thank you, guys.
Anything last to say?
Yeah, I think everyone's going to be lucky. Everyone is lucky to have the main event that they do tonight, and they're going to be excited and get their money's worth.
All right, you heard it here. We are lucky to have this main event. Two fantastic guys fighting for the 170-pound strap. Kameron Fardad versus Majali Gay tonight, UNF 15. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck to both of you. Good luck. Good luck.
So we are back with Ryan Buckner. A couple questions I really wanted to ask you. So for those of you that don't know, he's actually in charge of the Rising Stars. Any Rising Star, it's his job to find a solid fight. You had 20 people to find. How was that? What was the process going through finding 10 really solid matches that get the people excited?
Listen, I think it's very important to match these guys up with
Official weight, 155.2 for Austin Cox. And in the red corner, Weston Quiros. Official weight, 154.6 for Weston Quiros. Let's square you guys off. This is a 155-pound division fight, a lightweight contender battle. Ladies and gentlemen, Weston Quiros and Austin Cox. Face the camera, guys, for a second. Quick pose. And let me just we'll grab a quick word with you guys. All right, Weston, when we talked a couple weeks ago, you said that you were mostly just focused on yourself. You didn't watch any tape on him or anything like that. It stayed that way for the rest of the camp. You just stayed focused on yourself?
Same thing. Ready to go. Go in there, focus on myself. That's it.
Really excited to see it, man. You seem really ready. I can see it in your eyes. Austin, how was your camp preparing for a guy like Weston?
Oh, it was great. Felt great.
All right, good. You ready to go?
I'm fucking ready.
You happy to be here?
Oh, yeah, very happy.
All right, we're happy to be here too. Weston Quiros, Austin Cox for a 155-pound battle. Here we go. We got Ezekiel Michael. Official weight, 130.4. All right, Ezekiel, step on the thing. Let's get a quick pose for the camera. All right, Ezekiel, your opponent had to step out. He had some more pressing business. He wasn't able to stick around for the weigh-in show. How you feeling? You ready for this?
I feel great. You know, I could stay because I know that this weight wasn't a hard thing. He needs to go catch his weight. He needs to get his weight back up. So I already know how that goes. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would want to leave before a weigh-in face-off. So anyways, I feel great. I feel ready to go. And, you know, ready to put on a show tonight.
You know, you got a 1-1 record, and this man, he's 1-4, but he's got, you know, that's 5 fights. That's a lot of experience, right? You're going to fight a guy who's a little bit more experienced than you. What's the game plan?
Game plan, you know, we'll keep it a secret, but, you know, I have a lot of stuff to work on this guy, and I already know, you know, I mean, you could fight 5 times, but if you're not winning those, I mean, there's not much experience getting learned from them. I mean, you only learn from your loss, but if you're out there winning, then, you know, you got a good resume on your side. But, you know, the faulty record, I mean, you know, he has some more experience than me, but I train with killers every day. I train with people way bigger than me, like I told people before. And, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. You know, he's just another obstacle in my way from the victory. So, you know, I'm going to the top, and he's part of the ride with me, you know? So.
All right, I like to hear it, man. I can tell you're ready, and go have fun in there tonight. Thank you so much. Got Ezekiel Michael fighting in the 130 pounds, right? Catch weight. All right, thank you, brother. Have a good day. Up next in the blue corner, this is in the 135-pound division. We've got Adrian Spinks, 145 featherweight. Adrian Spinks. Official weight, 145.4 for Adrian Spinks. Come on over here, Adrian. And stepping up in the red corner, David Rojas. Official weight, 145.4 for David Rojas. All right, guys, let's square you off. Let's go. Adrian Spinks versus David Rojas in the 145-pound division. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And he's going to interview you guys.
Okay, guys. Quick word. Rojas, good to see you again, man. How you doing today?
I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great.
Yeah, you're looking loose as ever, right? Really ready for this one?
Yes, sir, man. Ready to do business, as always.
Can't wait to see you in there, Shine. Adrian, it's really good to meet you. You got a big record. You got a lot of experience in there, man. That experience is going to serve you in the cage, I assume, tonight, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you got any special plans for this man when you face him tonight?
No, just a good fight. Hope it's a good fight. Everybody get a show. That's all I expect out of both of us tonight.
Good. Love to see that respect. Any last words for anybody?
Let's get it, man. I'm excited for this night.
Anything less to say? No. Men, a few words. These guys are ready to bang. This is definitely going to be one that you do not want to miss tonight. Adrian Spinks versus David Rojas, 145 pounds. Thank you, guys. One more shake. Good luck to both of you guys. Thank you. I get the chills on that one.
Oh, that's good. You got Kaylene and Jay.
Okay. All right, up next, 115 pounds in the women's division. We've got from the blue corner, Jade Picasso. Official weight, 116.4 pounds for Jade Picasso. Come over here, Jade. And in the red corner, stepping up to the scale, Kaylene Cabral.
Let's go.
Official weight, 115.2 for Kaylene Cabral. All right, let's square you off. Jade Picasso versus Kaylene Cabral. Thank you so much. Shake if you want. Face forward. Yep. Let me get a quick word with both of you. Kaylene, you see your opponents here. It's been a long time coming. You had a good camp. You ready for this?
Yeah, honestly, I joined a new camp and I've been feeling amazing. I've been itching. It's been a year since my last fight, so I'm just ready to go to war.
All right, Jade, she says she's ready to go to war. What do you think about that?
Oh man, I really live this life. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. I'm ready to take advantage of every opportunity given to me today, and I hope she means what she says because I'm ready to bring it as well.
Oh, man. Cannot wait to see this one. It's going to be an absolute banger. This is the second ever women's fight in UNF. We got Jade Picasso versus Kaylene Cabral. Another one you're not going to want to miss, UNF 15. All right, thank you both very much. Good luck, good luck.
Edward Chan versus Israel.
All right. Up next, at 130 pounds, a catchweight fight. Stepping up to the scale in the blue corner, we've got Edward Chan. Official weight, 130.6 pounds for Edward Chan. Too loud? Too loud? All right, over here, please. And in the red corner, stepping up to the scale, crowd favorite, Israel Salazar. Official weight, 127.2 pounds for Israel Salazar. Let's square it off, guys. Edward Chan versus Israel Salazar in the 130-pound division fight. All right, guys, face the camera for a second. All right, Israel, good to see you back in here again.
Feels good to be back, brother. Hell yeah.
Just a quick turnaround from your last fight.
Turn around. We stay busy all year long, staying busy.
Love to see it, man. Staying in shape. Edward, you're going to have a pretty tough opponent in front of you today, but you told me when we spoke last time you are excited about the challenge.
Yeah, I was kind of excited about that. But I'm really confident, you know? Good. Yeah.
Any predictions for tonight, Israel?
No, brother. I just go out there and put on a show, man. Just go out there and put on a show. That's all I can do.
Any last words for us, Edward, before you go ready, get back with the team and have a meal and then show up to fight?
Yeah, I'm going to get a good meal and then get a good performance and put on a good show tonight.
Two positive martial artists, two amazing fighters, excellent strikers, good grappling. We're gonna see a lot of fireworks from this one tonight. I'm really excited. Israel Salazar versus Edward Chan. Good luck to both of you guys. Thank you.
Khalil Pearson.
Stepping up to the scale in the 155-pound division, in the red corner, Khalil Pearson. The red corner. Official weight, 155.6 for Khalil Pearson. All right, Khalil, step up on the thing. One quick pose for the camera. He's ready to go. All right, Khalil. So, yeah, your opponent couldn't stick around. He had to drop out. It sounds like he did make weight, right?
Yeah, catch weight. We decided to do a different weight just because he came in a little heavy. So
what's this, 160?
I think it's going to be 158. Meet halfway.
All right, that's really nice of you.
You know, kind of what I had to do. You know, whatever works, you know. I'm down. He could have been 200 pounds. I wouldn't have cared. But
that's the martial arts spirit. Anybody, anytime, right?
Got me in trouble before, but still, I'm the same guy. New me, same mistakes. Hopefully not this time, though.
Hey, either way, this is going to be an incredible fight. There's really good matchmaking on this one. You guys are very evenly matched. Your skill sets are pretty similar. Yeah. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a potential fight of the night.
Yeah, I think so. He's pretty game. I'm interested to see if he's going to strike with me, if he wants to do some grappling. He's been very respectful this whole time. So I just feel like we're going to go out there and we're both looking to put on a show. We're looking to go to the next level. So I'm hyped.
All right, you're both using each other to get to the next level. And helping each other out along the way. But tonight, no.
I'm the one stepping up. I'm sorry to interrupt, but hopefully I'm the one taking that step on it, you know?
Yeah. All right, man. Well, good work. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
I appreciate it.
Khalil Pearson.
This is Josh Cooper coming at you from UNF 15. Sitting left of me is Ryan Buckner, owner of this entire establishment. He has us here at a beautiful venue at the Ukrainian Cultural Center. Sitting right to me, fighting tonight, actually, Rosario Romero. Rosario, thanks for coming on, my man.
Thank you for having me, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'm very honored and blessed to be here.
Likewise.
All of my training partners and my coaches at the gym, they have helped me prep. They have prepped me so well for this fight. I didn't know what type of fighter I was in the fight, but I definitely improved my ground game for sure. My wrestling, I've been wrestling so much. Everything's coming along, and I did start as a striker, but now I'm more of a well-rounded fighter now, you know. So hopefully I get to display my grappling and my wrestling and my dominance and my strength and my will and my endurance and my cardio. Hopefully all that comes together tonight.
Well, listen, it sounds like you've been working on your game. You know, I'm the Rising Stars Commissioner at UNF, so I've had a close eye on you as well as all the other top talent in Southern California. What I could say, Rosario is a very, very good and calculated striker, but he also has that one-punch knockout power. So mix those two together, it's a whole different beast, right? And I think that's why he's getting the hype he's getting. He's undefeated. And now he's chasing, having a very tough test in front of him. But yeah, no, now he's training at CMMA. Everyone knows CMMA has a great head coach, Chad George, is some of the best talent in Southern California. So I think that's a great fit for you, and I can't wait to see the improvements and what you're showing in your UNF debut. So it's awesome.
Likewise. This is once again Rosario Romero fighting Luciano Giano. It's going to be an absolutely entertaining fight, and we got a dog right here next to me, so we're all very excited for it. This is Josh Cooper coming to you live from the Ukrainian Cultural Center at UNF 15. I'm sitting by Ryan Buckner, owner of UNF, and to my right we have Jonathan O'Neill fighting tonight. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your time. How you feeling?
I feel great, ready to go. I'm excited. I haven't fought since October, so about 3 months. Ready to get back in there.
Right back in there. You got a cool nickname.
Too nice.
Too nice.
In my humble opinion, I think it's the best nickname out there. So
I think I have to agree.
You know what's funny about that nickname is he actually fits it perfully.
Yeah.
He's the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Looks like he could be a model. He's all this, and then when he gets in the cage, he turns into a savage. Though, I love that about him. Johnny too nice, but really he's not that nice when he gets in the cage. And Johnny, he's fighting for our 145 Rising Stars belt tonight, vacant belt versus Yigal Castillo. I don't know if many amateurs are as deserving as Johnny O'Neill, so we're blessed to have him fight for us tonight and going for the strap. So can't wait.
I'm grateful to be a part of this promotion as well. This is by far the best promotion I've ever fought for ever. I've had 28 fights, by far the best promotion ever.
Appreciate that.
That's great to hear. And you're actually like a bit of a crowd pleaser.
I like to think so.
You got the great nickname. You got the smile. We obviously know you're a killer in the cage, but yeah, you like to get the crowd involved. What is that? Do you do that naturally? Is that like a thing where you use the crowd for energy? What's that about?
This last year was like a year I kind of self-reflected a lot, and I realized that I love being the center of attention, whether it's self-centered, whatever you guys want to call it. I love the idea of everybody staring at me and only me. So like
it's a good sport.
100%. And so my dad and I, we talk about like how to market myself. And so I'm a big fan of Pitbull, and I know that normally when Pitbull comes on, it's kind of hard not to move your body. Spanish music in general. So as I walk out, I like to kind of like get the crowd going in that aspect. I'm always smiling. I'm always in a good mood. So that kind of gets the crowd going too. Plus when I fight, striking, in my humble opinion, is a lot more fun than grappling too. And I tend to have a lot more striking in my fights. And I feel like I finished majority of my fights as well. So whether it's the walkout, the fight itself, how I conduct myself, the nickname, everything about it, it's all professional. And it's all 100% as a fan watching. I'd love to watch me fight if I was a fan.
Yeah,
100%.
and like you said, like your fight style is perfect for the fan. Like grappling's a great art. Like it's fun to watch, but nothing's better than just two dudes standing up and going at it.
Yeah.
Like that is literally what makes people come to these
100%.
events and get so excited about it.
100%.
Yeah, I love your view on it too, right? I think in MMA, you want to be a crowd pleaser, and you kind of like the attention on you. Well, that's what you kind of need to be a star in the sport, right? It's not just about your fighting skills, but it's about your mentality going in
100%.
and whatnot. So, I mean, I think you know how I feel about you already. I mean, you're fighting for the belt, but I do really think you're one of the top guys. It's not just because of your fighting ability, which is amazing, but your whole mindset going into everything and the way you're working and everything. It's a funny story because for Johnny, we had to go nationwide to find him an opponent. October, as Eduardo Zarate stepped up, they had a great fight, but there was no one really locally anymore that wanted to fight this guy. I'm being serious. Like, not many people want to step up to the plate. So I made an Instagram video, went nationwide. We were willing to fly in anyone that wanted to fight this guy. So kudos to Yigal Castillo, who you're fighting tonight, coming from San Francisco. He accepted the fight, but it's just a testament to what kind of savage this guy really is, you know?
Right.
So I cannot say, I can only say good things about Johnny O'Neill. We're very happy he's fighting for our belt tonight. Johnny, what'd you think of the face-off with Yigal when you guys faced off?
He was taller than I expected. He's listed at 5'7". I claim 5'9", but I'm 5'8 and 3/4. But like on Tinder, that dating
Don't
apps,
we all?
I'm a little taller. I'm a little taller.
It's some shoes on, right?
Some
It's
shoes
with
on,
shoes
some
on,
Air
yeah,
Force.
yeah.
I might be 5'10", pretty much 6 foot.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
But I'm 5'9", and so he was the same height as me, maybe even like a half inch taller. Other than that, like nothing really surprised me. At the end of the day, I've faced off with 28 different people, and this is kind of weird, but I hate face-offs. Staring eye to eye with a man is kind of a weird idea without blinking. To me, it's just weird, but I do it because I have to. But I didn't see anything worth like worrying about in that aspect. I've seen his fights, definitely 2 or 3 kickboxing fights. His last fight finished by submission, so I know he's dangerous in all aspects. But I feel like I'm that plus a few. And I feel like wherever the fight goes, I feel like I'm better on the feet. I'm better overall composure, ring generalship, conducting winner. When we engage, when we disengage, I feel like it's one thing I do very, very well is conducting where the fight goes, controlling the momentum, whether it goes on the feet or the ground. I do have a purple belt as well, so I'm confident with that as well. My training partners at CMMA and Boxing Works, they push me to the limit every single day. They definitely humble me a lot in the best way possible. So if I could survive that room, I could survive anybody they put in front of me.
Love it. Love it. This is going to be a very exciting fight, Johnny. Thank you for your time. He's got some resting up to do, get his mind right. But thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
And we are very excited to watch you get in the cage.
Good luck tonight, brother.
Thank you so much. Good luck. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. See you tonight. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Perfect timing here for the New Money Fight Club as the Ukrainian dancers start warming up on the stage behind us.
They're
We've
dancing
got
for us.
Cameron Fardad, the Fardaddy himself, Officer Fardad, and David Rojas.
That's crazy. Yeah.
The man with the plan.
Rojas
Welcome,
says I look
guys.
like
Good to
his
see you both
parole
again.
officer.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why. I think it was the mustache, Rojas.
It was the mustache and what you were wearing that day.
What was I wearing?
I think it was like a button up with the slack jean, like the khaki shit.
He's
You
like an
look-
undercover.
Undercover look for
Yeah, yeah,
sure,
yeah.
man. Like, why are you here at the party, man?
Oh my gosh.
Man, yeah, he's gonna blow up our spot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, these are upstanding gentlemen. You guys aren't
Yeah.
living a life of crime, right? You get to enact your violent urges in a legal way in the cage.
Yeah.
Legal
right?
crime.
Today,
right?
at least today.
Yeah,
legal-
Today,
legal-
I'm as gentleman as can be.
I think it was you, David, that had said, "I get to kill a man legally."
Yes,
right?
yeah. When
very
I fought
quotable.
an unnamed guy. We're not gonna mention his name today.
Damn, it's like that, huh?
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
past that.
All right.
Hey, yeah, that was a tough one. But so up next, you guys got 2 formidable opponents. I've been saying that word all week now.
That's a
'cause
good one, right?
Cameron's dropped it for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go over tonight. You're gonna have Majali Gay in front of you.
Mhm.
He's tough.
Yeah.
And but this it's also pretty poetic. We're gonna be doing it here in this beautiful venue. Maybe the Ukrainian dancers will come out as you make probably your final amateur fight ever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's tough, but the prerequisite for this is tough. It's like saying like fish swim. Fighters are tough. They're all tough. You know what I mean? Everybody's tough. But what makes people great is not tough. Tough will get you to a certain place. I appreciate tough. I respect tough, but I don't fear tough. Everybody's tough. I'm tough.
Got to be smart too.
Yeah, you got to be smart. You got to be skilled. You got to have good tactics. You got to be slick. You got to have good control over your emotions. Tough is like that's the biggest ring. You know what I mean? That's the largest group is tough. You got to be a lot more than tough.
To fight at this level.
Yeah. To fight at all, whatever. You can be tough, but we're not what we aspire. I know what Rojas aspires to be and what I aspire to be. Tough is like everybody's tough. You know what I'm saying? Tough doesn't mean a thing. Yeah.
And so, all right, let's talk about your opponent. Remind me his name. I just met him today for the first time.
His name is Adrian.
Adrian Spinks, right? Yeah, Adrian. He's got a pretty big amateur record. Looks like he's 6-5, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely got a little more experience cage time than you, right? What do you know about him?
I know that he has a lot of experience. He has a couple good finishes, but that's about it. Like nothing really surprises me of him because I have a lot of experience in Muay Thai as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what experience it's at now. Like Cameron said, like everyone's fucking tough, but it only matters when the 2 tough motherfuckers are fighting. Now, what's the real grit gonna come out? Who's the real person gonna come out of that? Every fucking MMA fighter's fucking tough. We all train. We all fucking punch each other in the fucking face every day. But then it comes to that moment when we step in this ring. Who's gonna be the real dog that's coming out of that? You know, like that real adversity that you got to deal with. That's where the real motherfuckers come out. You know.
Yeah.
But
It's interesting too this time. So Adrian, when we just talked to him before, like we were, mentioning a little bit in your last fight, it was all this trash talk. It was actually like absurd level of trash talk.
Yeah.
Whereas Adrian gets in here today, very quiet, very respectful, no comment, ready to go. Right. That must be refreshing. You get an opponent who's just all about it.
It's always dope, man. I'm like that with all my opponents.
Yeah.
Like I'm always respectful. I'm always like, let's get this working. You know, we all have a common goal. So it's like, hey, this is the only place where we have to like kind of go head to head for that goal and kind of fight for it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, that's what we're all training for, man. We're all here to compete, and I'm here to win.
Love it, man. Love it. So for you, David, when are you thinking of maybe a pro move? I know Cameron's making that move in March. What about
I'm
you?
gonna go pro this year, man. I got
This
a couple. Yeah, I got maybe 1 or 2 more fights in me, and I'm gonna go pro.
How's it been going at CMMA?
It's been going amazing, man. I feel like a different animal. I can't wait to show tonight.
Yeah.
How much better I've gotten on the ground, on the feet, just on all aspects. I'm not worried.
How's Coach Chad?
He's great, man.
Is he gonna comb his hair for tonight, bro?
Probably. I'll help him if
Bro,
he needs
Chad
it.
needs to comb his hair. Man. I'm telling you.
We'll give him the bucket hat you're wearing if you don't need it.
Damn, it's cold. Yeah, Chad. I don't think Cameron. He doesn't.
No,
mean any
I like
disrespect.
no. I have extreme respect for Coach. I don't joke around with people I don't have respect for. When I don't have respect for you, I don't have an ounce of anything to say about you. Coach Chad, I have the utmost respect for. But comb your hair, dog. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, if Thor's wearing a wife beater tonight or anything showing his guns, then we know already, bro. It's going to be cold as fuck in here, too. And if he's wearing a fucking tank top, that is
nipply,
all
I was
nipply.
hoping,
That
bro.
is all. That's all Thor right there.
I was hoping. I was like, man, I hope he doesn't start talking about Coach.
Hey, man, but still, it's respect on it on both levels, man. I love Thor.
Exactly.
Hey, we all joke around.
When you like each other, with guys, I always notice that we roast each other in public, and then behind closed doors we support each other.
Oh, yeah,
That's
of
great.
course,
Exactly.
always.
The
man,
real
always.
ones are like that.
Yeah,
you know what I
always.
mean? If you're weak, then that stuff you hear that stuff and you're like, oh, he's not being nice to me. But the real ones who have self-esteem and respect themselves and confidence, it's all laughs, it's all jokes, and it's all respect, 100%.
We all doing the same shit, man. Like I said earlier, so we respect each other already on that level. man, so.
Yeah. Well, all right. In the spirit of respect, I know both you guys probably want to get a meal. Yeah, to cut weight. I don't want to keep you too long.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Right, so go enjoy the rest of the day, and tonight we're gonna see you shine under these lights. I
sir.
cannot fucking
It's
wait.
freaking
gonna be
sick,
lit
man.
tonight.
This is a cool venue.
Yeah,
I
it's
like it.
beautiful. It's
I really
beautiful,
like it.
and you guys are just some of the most stellar fighters on this roster, and
Thank you.
just getting started this year, man. Just
Yep,
getting
sir.
started.
About to take over, man.
My man.
All right, the
Appreciate
Far
it, man.
Daddy,
My son.
Rojas.
sir.
Good to see
Yes,
you guys.
sir. It's my
New Money
PO.
Fight Club. We're out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see you in a couple hours for the test, for that piss test.
All right, we're back with the New Money Fight Club, and I'm here with Kaylene Cabral and Israel Salazar. Thank you for joining us both.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So let's start with you, Kaylene. So we talked a little bit before you did your weigh-in. You're going to fight Jay Picasso tonight. You two have very similar records. You're both blue belts in BJJ. It's really good matchmaking on this one. You're expecting a pretty competitive fight, I assume.
Yeah, of course, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Sorry. Yeah, I just treat each fight like it's just going to be harder than the last, so I'm definitely prepared to go the full 6 minutes. I'm going to try to finish it before that, but definitely I have enough gas in the tank to go the full 6 minutes.
And Kaylene, you were saying she has aspirations to be a pro boxer, but I've seen she's got a lot of BJJ experience too. Do you suspect she's going to try to keep this on the feet?
Based on her last fight, I believe so. I mean, who knows? It's been a year since we both fought, so who knows if her game has changed. But I don't know. It's going to be a surprise, but I'm prepared for it.
All right.
Take her down.
Take her down.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mr. Scramble over here. Yeah. So this is the third time I've seen Israel fight in like 4 months. This guy's like always in the cage. He fights constantly. You just fought in December, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So he fought Pargev 2 fights. He had the rematch, right? And then getting right back in there again. So for this one, did you do anything different? You only had like a month to, prepare. Sounds like you didn't take any time off or anything.
No. I mean, I'm back in the gym on Monday, regardless, win, lose, or draw, right? I didn't change anything up. Just made sure to keep eating good, train hard with the best teams, and just stay consistent, stay focused. That's I think that's what a lot of fighters lose is just the consistency. So as long as you stay consistent, you'll find growth within that.
Yeah,
definitely.
We, our team, when we watch back the fights and we go through the footage, I think you're definitely one of the more entertaining fighters. You're just an awesome all around. Good on the feet, good in the scramble, good grappling. For this fight, do you want to mention? I don't think your opponent's going to see it before fight time. Do you want to mention a little bit about your game plan?
Is go out there, hit him with some good shit. Don't get hit, right?
All right.
No, definitely. He's a tough kid. Good striker. Has some good grappling. I plan on just leaving it on the feet, taking him down, letting him know I can handle the situation at any position.
Yeah.
That's going to be my game plan.
He's a kickboxer, I think, as at his heart. When I spoke to him before this Edward Chan, definitely likes kickboxing, but he seems pretty cerebral too. Like a high fight IQ from little tape I've seen.
Yeah,
as well.
he's definitely smart. I've watched a few of his fights. A little slow, I'm not gonna lie, but I believe that if he comes in with a good mindset, we could have a killer fight tonight. Definitely.
Definitely potential fight of the night right here. Yours too. It could be an absolute, these are definitely gonna be some fireworks for both these matches. Do you have a prediction for yours, like first round, second round? You think you're gonna finish
I'm just
this?
I train for the 9 minutes to go as hard as I can for 9 minutes, right? So whether first round, third round, or to decision, I'm ready to take it every minute, every step of the way.
And then back in next month.
Yes,
for
sir.
another match.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This guy never says no to a fight. And for you, do you have any prediction you want to make about how the fight might go tonight? You think you're gonna submit her?
Honestly, I'm a big on jiu-jitsu. I started with jiu-jitsu, so I have a love and appreciation for that. So I would love to get a submission, but I love everything else too. So, knockout, head kick, I would
Head
like.
kick, knockout, yeah.
So I'm not gonna go fishing for it, but if the opportunity is there. But honestly, I'd be satisfied with anything just because I love the sport and I appreciate all martial arts. So I'd be satisfied.
What do you think about this venue we're in here, Ukrainian Cultural Center? This is very beautiful. I think, Kaylene, you said it's almost poetic.
Yeah, it is poetic. There's going to be blood, a lot of punching, and under a beautiful decor here. So
Yeah.
Now, do we get to keep our pictures on the wall is the real question.
Oh, you take home your Andy Warhol
that would be
version of
nice,
you guys.
right there on the wall.
Yeah, and I'm selling mine for $500 to pay my rent. So that's just kidding.
Hey, quick question for you though, boss. What's your predictions for tonight?
For the evening in general?
Yes, sir.
Absolute mayhem. Controlled aggression. Violence for our entertainment by some of the best athletes in Southern California.
It's a good lineup. It's a good lineup. I'm
It really
excited.
is, yeah. And this is all rising stars, right? So there's no pros on this card, but everybody here is going pro at some point, probably. I imagine Ryan Buckner, the matchmaking on this one is some of it, he's just getting better and better. I'm looking at the lineups, I'm looking at everybody's records and watching the tape. He's putting together really good matches, where everyone's going to get challenged and the crowd's going to get what they came to.
Right on. Yeah, I think the fans are definitely going to get what they paid for tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I'll see if Ryan has some fight of the night bonuses, so you can pay your rent. Right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with your bonus? Your fight of the night bonus.
Oh, I've been neglecting my girl a little bit with the time, so I might just spend a little extra time with her. Take her on a trip. Yeah, take her on a nice date.
MMA girlfriends have a tough life sometimes,
It's
right?
hard,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But you know what?
Like-
I contribute a lot of my good diet, staying in shape is in her right there, making sure to stay on top of everything, making sure I eat my extra meals, making sure I'm staying hydrated, pushing me when I'm feeling just a little extra tired those days, so shout out to my girl, Erica. I appreciate you.
All that self-discipline
Yes, sir.
that it takes to be a fighter, that translates to your family, to your relationships.
Right on.
Everybody's drawing off of that power,
Right
for
on.
sure. I'm sure it is your family too. They see you training, fighting, committed, and it's
Yeah.
inspiring for your people, right?
It is, yeah, and I've lost friends too because not everyone understands, the sacrifices
Well,
that I
yeah,
have to make. Yeah, but the people who are still right with me, despite my losses and despite the sacrifices I had to make, those are the real people
Yeah.
I want to keep in my life.
Well, and you know, not to get too metaphorical, but the theme for this event is the UNF gallery, right? We've got art on the walls. It's like an art gallery, and the person who puts together the art is the curator, right? And when you curate something, it doesn't mean adding new stuff. It actually means taking things away. You know, you have to remove elements from our lives.
I like that.
Right? That's
I like
what
that, yeah.
curation is, actually
like that.
taking away things that aren't serving us.
Oh,
So
yeah.
very poetic indeed. Yeah.
I love it.
All right, you two probably need to have a meal.
Yeah,
Right.
get nice
Weight
and
cut.
hydrated now.
I'm sure. Go drink some watermelon juice and have a little
Pedialyte.
meal.
Yeah.
Anything last you want to add before the evening begins?
No, just want to thank all my sponsors, my gym, my teammates, my friends and family coming from Central California. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys.
Nice. Shout out to Team Millennia. Shout out to Original Grappler for helping me get ready for this fight. I appreciate all my training partners, my family and friends, and I just hope to put on a good show for you guys tonight.
I'm sure you will, man. You always do. Israel Salazar, Kaylene Cabral, UNF 15 tonight. Thank
Right
you
on.
both so
Thank
much.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you,
Good luck.
thank
you
Good
so
luck.
much.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You guys are dope.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you. You're so dope.
Yeah. All right. New Money Fight Club. We're here with Ryan Buckner and Shirelle. Shirelle, what's your last name?
Bitonn.
Shirelle Bitonn. Two of the behind the scenes powerhouses of the UNF organization. Ryan, of course, is the matchmaker for the Rising Stars division, and Shirelle is now doing social media. She's blowing up their TikTok, and also has staged quite a few pranks on the Buckners in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
You want to talk about the pranks? Actually, I can say something real quick. Shirelle, so we have a UNF prank wars going on at the office. It's really mainly between me and my dad. But what Shirelle does is she plays both sides.
Interesting.
So Shirelle, you have something coming for you very soon.
No, I know. I feel it. I swear, I feel like
looming.
you guys are playing a prank on me, and I'm scared. Kris is coming in.
You're gonna get your comeuppance. Yeah, she's like got them standing with buckets of water and all this stuff in doorways.
Oh God. I'm
So,
scared.
Shirelle, when you're training to get a prank together for these guys, you treat it like a fight camp. I mean, how much time do you put in researching, these pranks?
Honestly, some are pretty last minute. I wait for Kris to say that he needs to run to the mail or something. Ryan looks at me, goes, "You know what time it is?" And then, we get something together. Yeah.
Yeah, Shirelle, she's a good partner to we call it like committing a crime with. But you know what I don't like is she is playing both sides. I feel like you have to choose a side soon. And we work very closely together. We work very well together. So I wouldn't want you to ruin that relationship. So you know what side to choose.
All right, besides pranks, which are all fun, and please don't stop. We want to see more of it. But the TikTok stuff you've been doing for UNF is great. You're really blowing it up. It's looking really sharp. Can you tell me, I'm an old fogey here. I know Instagram, I know YouTube. What is different about moderating and being a content creator for TikTok as compared to some of these other platforms for a fight organization like this?
Honestly, it's super easy to blow up on TikTok. You just gotta follow on with the trends. And so Instagram and all that is more serious. Here I can show a little more behind the scenes and some funny stuff that goes along in the office that you can't really show more on Instagram. Yeah.
I see. So it's just easier because there's more trending things and maybe
Right.
a bigger audience?
Right.
I see.
And listen, Shirelle's only 19 years old, guys, by the way. I don't think there's anyone in the MMA promotion her age who does all the TikTok stuff, but she also helps a lot with all the fighter relations, talking to these guys on a daily, being there for the fighters. And, since Shirelle's came on board months ago, she's really helped us elevate our game. So just with the TikTok, but also the fighter relations and the medicals and Shirelle actually has a way bigger role than people probably know, and kudos to Shirelle, seriously. So.
And
Thank you.
besides having such a full plate, she finds time to come up with diabolical pranks to pit father
Listen,
against son.
she does it all if you can't tell. But I'm still sticking to it. She has to pick a side soon, otherwise it might get ugly. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So speaking of ugly, tonight we're going to see some wars in this cage, right? In the Ukrainian Cultural Center.
Listen, you call it ugly, I call it beautiful, violent. I
Yeah.
can't wait for these guys to showcase it. We saw the weigh-ins. We saw all the animals we have on this card, right? Some of the top talent in Southern California, Rosario Romero, Jonathan O'Neill. We got 2 guys from San Francisco, Luciano Giano, Yigal Castillo. Listen, Southern California versus Northern California
Today's
tonight.
the day, yeah.
We'll see,
We
but
got
no,
those NorCal
honestly,
guys.
credit to all these guys. I think it's a testament to Up Next Fighting that we are trying to find those Up Next guys. I think you got a bunch of those guys on the card tonight. I can't wait. Shirelle, what fight are you looking forward to most?
Honestly, probably Jade versus Kaylene.
Yeah.
I like it.
Second women's
I'm
fight.
looking forward to it too, for sure. They're ready. When I squared them off, I could see Jade is ready to go. I think Kaylene is taking a little more in stride, a little more relaxed going in there. But you never know when they actually have to make that walk. You'll see the switch flip in people. That's really my favorite moment.
Yep.
They know there's another person standing across the cage.
I'm very excited for that call today. I got to meet Jade for the first time, and you could tell she's like all in on this. Like she wants this to be her career. She's gonna be
Big
fighting
time.
as long as she can. She takes it very serious, so I'm very excited for that. And I love when the girls get in there and fight. It's our second girls fight in UNF history. I'm very excited for that one for sure.
Who are you most looking forward to? And I know you're the Rising Stars matchmaker. It's okay. You can
Listen,
tell us who your
it might
favorite
sound
is
like a
tonight.
politically correct answer, but honestly, all these guys,
Yeah,
like,
come on.
I'm serious. And I get to talk to all these guys. I get to see all the work they're putting in. Maybe some guys' fighting styles are a little more exciting. I wouldn't call them more exciting, but some guys are strikers, but some guys have high-level grappling. I feel like all the fights are very evenly matched up, which we really try to do here at UNF. So yes, not being politically correct, but I guess I am. All the fights, to be honest with
All
you.
the fights, everyone's going to be, yeah.
No, honestly, all the fights are going to be great. I think that's what you can expect from UNF too. Is you get top level talent. So
That's
every
right.
fight is going to be good. I can guarantee that.
I'll tell you who I'm most looking forward to tonight. I want to see the main event.
Yeah.
Fardad versus Majali. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and Majali was supposed to fight Carson Dohan.
What happened with Carson? You get injured?
Carson got an injury.
Okay.
What I love about Majali was just like he was kind of ready for anyone. We offered him Kameron. A couple of days later, fight was made, a week and a half's notice.
Yeah.
So both those guys are savage for fighting each other on a week's and a half's notice.
Yeah.
Most guys wouldn't fight either one of those guys on a week's
Right.
half notice. And
Right.
you get 2 savages together, and now they get to be the main event, and they're going to showcase violence. And I agree, that fight is very intriguing, and I can't wait to see that one either.
Everybody had, when I was weighing them in, good intentions, serious stare downs, but I didn't detect too much, anger or anything, except for, I will tell you, Weston Quiros is ready to kill a man tonight.
Yeah, Weston
He
is
looks
a-
ready to go, and also Rosario, and his opponent Giano. Those guys, that one, they were just whispering to each other, no more words, no more words. So that is going to be a banger.
Oh yeah, listen, Weston is one of those guys who wants to fight every week if he can.
Yeah.
And when he gets in your face, he has that switch where he's ready to go. It's like he's trying to he treats it like this guy's trying to take everything off my plate, take away my dreams. He has goals, and Weston's a great guy. But yeah, when he gets on that stage where it's go time, he just turns into that killer.
You can't teach that too. That kind of heart, like that you have that dog in you. Some of these guys, they just have that. And you can see
Weston's fought some of the best guys in Southern California.
Hamza, right?
Hamza,
yeah.
Tony Cortez, when Tony Cortez was the amateur. But it's just a testament to his mindset and just who he is. And we love working with guys like that. I know my dad's a big fan of Weston Quiros.
Yeah.
I think the whole UNF team is. And we're fans of all these people. But Weston has that mentality. Also, Rosario Romero, undefeated 4-0. First fight under the UNF banner. But he seems ready. So I can't wait to see that.
Oh, he's ready to go.
I want to switch the subject a little bit, if you don't mind. So, Shirelle, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Shirelle gets a lot of DMs from fighters. And I just want to talk to you if you give us a little overview on how all that stuff works. And if you want to say anything about that.
On the mic.
What do you want to know?
I don't want to know who's DMing you. I just want to know how many DMs per hour.
Per hour is crazy. I get them pretty often, probably every day, but not per hour.
Okay, not per hour. Okay, well, that's good.
Wait, what kind of DMs?
Oh.
Are,
There you
are
go,
these
Steve. You're asking the juicy
solicitations
questions.
for you to help them with their TikTok?
No.
Or are they sliding into the DMs?
No, they're sliding in the DMs.
Why do all these fighters slide into your DMs like this? Like you're known now in the fight world because of your work here with you?
Actually, it's pretty cool. I was at the gym, and one of my old friends came up to me, and he was like, "Listen, I brought your name up to a fighter," and he was like, "Yo, the whole gym talks about you." I was like,
Oh, they all talk about you. That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
The whole gym is talking about you, Shirelle. You hear that? Wow. So what do? You respond to the handsome ones?
Sometimes no.
Yeah, almost.
No.
I got you. You're like, nah, he looks broke. No.
I was gonna say sometimes I don't even open them so that I could just not leave them on red nor answer them.
Just
But-
leave it. Sometimes she leaves them on red. All right? So the guys, if they're gonna send you a DM, what do they need to do so that you'll actually open it?
I don't know, don't slide in flirting. Slide in about something else and then maybe ease it in if you want. But if they flirt off the bat, I won't open the DM.
Okay, you see that, guys?
Good job, Shirelle.
Come in with a soft approach. Shirelle doesn't like it when you just come in
Maybe something
right
a little
away.
funny, you know.
Be funny. Maybe suggest a prank that they could.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the
That's
key
a
to
great
her
idea.
heart. Man, these Ukrainian dancers behind us are
I
going.
feel like an earthquake is going on.
It's loud.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to mention about the year? Big plans for 2024?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're not slowing down. We got 3 events lined up for January, which is tonight. February 24th at Commerce Casino, and then March 30th at Burbank Marriott. All those fight cards are going to be stacked. Our next events will be coming out soon, but we're definitely not slowing down. But since we're here talking to Shirelle, I just want to give kudos to Shirelle. Since she came on board, she's made my life a lot easier. And like I said, she's elevated UNF, and I'm very proud of her. She's only 19 years old doing all this. So
Thank you.
Shout out to Shirelle. She's a big part of what UNF has planned for the future, and we're not slowing down. So very excited.
You guys keep putting together.
And also, shout out to you, the New Money Fight Club. We love working with you guys. Our journeys are kind of been similar so far. We're both rising. We're not laying off the gas pedal. Love working with you guys. Everyone go follow New Money Fight Club now. And great good content. Great content to go see and follow. So yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate it. We love working with you guys. We're going to be at all these events all year long. And getting to know the massive roster of fighters you have. Like now, I know a lot of these guys. I've seen Israel Salazar fight 3 times now, you know, in the short time that we've been working together. So it's just awesome to keep, working together. And like you said, the rising tide is going to raise all ships. This is our year, brother.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
So UNF 15 at the Ukrainian Cultural Center. It's January 27th, 2024. And who knows what this year has in store for our, amazing fight promotion here. And yeah, we're just getting off. This is the first fight of the year, so we're starting things off with an absolute bang.
Oh yeah,
Thank you, Ryan.
Showcase of violence. Let's go.
Showcase of violence. Thank you, Shirelle.
Of course.
Appreciate you. Let's keep rocking and rolling. We're out. Yeah. Thank you. I can hear them like. I know, it's so funny. There's one more.
Steve, are you coming in or you want me to do it?
Am I close enough? Hey, Raine.
Hey, where do I sit here? Right here?
Okay, New Money Fight Club. Josh Cooper and I are here with Raine Cruz, who is the ring announcer for UNF. Welcome, Raine.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so we've seen you in the ring a couple of times now, and don't let the small stature fool you. This lady has a set of pipes on her, and she gets the crowd going like nothing you've ever seen before. Amazing. So this seems to be like a natural talent for you. Is this something that you just felt compelled to do?
When I didn't even know that I could do this. I literally just volunteered to ring announce at a wrestling event. And I remember, I was there, I was trying to get experience, to be in the wrestling industry. And I was there to interview the wrestlers. And they told me, hey, we canceled the interview. And I said, hey, I drove 4 hours to get here. Anything else I could do? And then they're like, we don't have a ring announcer. And I said, if you don't mind, I'd like to try. And I did. And I said, after the first announcement that I did, I asked the promoter, hey, did I sound okay? And if not, it's okay. I won't go back. And he said, no, just announce every fight. I was like, oh, cool. And the next thing I know, I would get booked as a ring announcer. And then I think by my 10th event, my 10th or 11th ring announcing event, It was actually when I won the WWE announcer contest on TikTok, and I got to announce a wrestling match at SummerSlam back in 2021.
Oh, wow.
So you kind of naturally fell into it. Was there any signs before you're like, I might be good at this, or you just did it and were like, I kill it at this?
You know, the thing is, I watched so much wrestling, and I love Lilian Garcia. And I just remember in my head, well, I can't be a wrestler. And I remember looking at Lilian, and I was like, man, I wish I could do that too. Not knowing that it is something that I could do too until I volunteered to try.
Right.
I saw a social media short that you made for one of the previous UNF events, some promotion that you created where you talked about this very seriously. And you looked deep into the camera and you said, this isn't just a job. This is my destiny. And I got chills when I saw it.
Do not let the cute face fool you.
Yeah, I believed you. That this was like, and just telling us how it all kind of just fell into place. You didn't intend for this to happen. It's kind of like what's going on with what we're doing too. Like we didn't intend to end up sitting here. We were just talking to fighters, and it sort of snowballed, you know. So these destinies, yeah, they just unfold for us, and we just have to take the opportunities as they appear. Right?
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, with life, sometimes we try to plan as much as we can, you know, because we like being in control. And sometimes there's also fun with just going with the flow, you know, whatever lies in front of you, just tackle it. And I remember last year, I was searching for the next step. And I was like, should I try MMA? And I was like, but I've never done it before. And then I'm glad I did. Because I fell in love with it. I fell in love with like announcing inside the cage. Being inside the cage makes me feel at home. Wow. You know, and we talk about destiny. It's like, I think destiny is something that you don't plan for, but because you're destined for it, it comes right in front of you, and you just have to grab it, take it, embrace it, love it.
And look at how it's snowballing for you now. You know, now you've shared the role with Chad Fishburne a number of times. So now you'll be doing it by yourself, right?
Yes.
So yeah, and what a card too. You're gonna get to announce some winners of some absolute wars, real warriors. You're seeing some of the best athletes in Southern California.
Yeah, and for me, every time I get to announce fighters, especially the Rising Stars from our UNF Rising Stars division, it's such an honor for me because, you know, when you announce amateur fighters, some of them, they're making their debut fights. I want to give them that experience of, you know what, this is what I've been training for. This is my first fight. I hear my name. Oh my God, I want to keep doing this over and over again. Whether I win or lose, I'm going to go back inside the cage because as soon as I hear my name, I know I'm destined to be here.
I get the chills again.
Right? I can't wait to be here tonight. Right. This is going to be fun.
So yeah, Raine Cruz, announcer extraordinaire, just really understands how to work the crowd. You just have it in you. It's obvious, you know? And I think the Buckner's seen it too, and that's why you got this job.
Oh, thank you.
We're just getting started here. Besides MMA, are you still doing any pro wrestling or anything like that?
For the meantime, no. I'm focusing on MMA. I have a lot to learn here. I'm enjoying the process of learning mixed martial arts, learning how to announce different fight outcomes.
Learning how to do interviews while Ukrainian dancers are going crazy behind you.
Yeah. And this too, like, you know, this is like a learning process for me too. I never got like these opportunities before, and this is really cool. So I'm glad. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're all learning together. You know, these are new organizations. We've only all of us a few years at most. I think 2022 UNF got rolling.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
where do the people follow your journey? You have a very interesting story. Where you want to shout out your socials? How do we keep up to date?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Ringside Raine, and that's RAINE, Raine with an E.
Follow her.
Follow me. I'm on TikTok and I'm on X, I believe now. That's what Twitter is now, right? X?
It's still Twitter in my head. But
It'll always be Twitter.
It'll always be Twitter, but yeah.
It's better now.
The X Twitter is now X, but it's still Twitter.
All right, Ringside Raine, thank you so much. Really appreciate you jumping on the podcast with us. Josh Cooper, I'm Steve O'Connell, New Money Fight Club.
Boom. Beautiful.
All right, good
Awesome.
job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, New Money Fight Club. I'm here with two of my favorite guys in the whole world. I got Steve Bash and Kris Buckner, owners of Up Next Fighting. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Steve O.
Steve OC.
Oh, Steve O.C. I was going to say,
Steve O's TM.
Yeah, because I had a question for you. Like, how does it feel to be like the second most famous Steve O? But I guess you're Steve O.C.
Well, my father is Steve O'Connell, so he would be the most famous.
Okay.
And then comes me, and then that guy Steve.
But you don't do like jackass stunts. You don't do your own
Hell
stunts
no.
or anything.
Hell
Okay.
no.
No, he's leaving all that to Shirelle and Ryan pranking me all the time.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on there.
Yeah, what's going on with that? All of a sudden, there's this like prank motif for up next.
Listen, I think as far as the UNF work environment, we're trying to have fun, but I think Shirelle and Ryan have taken it to a whole new level, like, pranking me, throwing water in my face, squirt guns, all sorts of shit.
Do you need an ally in this battle?
Well, I really do need an ally, right? Like Shirelle was my ally. I
Right.
thought she had my back, and now she's just completely kind of turned. She plays both sides. She's like Benedict Arnold, right? You never know whose side she's on. But the thing is, I'm coming for Shirelle. Steve and I are planning something really big and public, and Shirelle's going to pay.
Yeah, I actually intentionally haven't been to the UNF office in a while because I'm just afraid to get sprayed with.
Right.
you know,
You're
paint
filling
or-
up water balloons at home.
Yeah,
Getting
well,
ready.
no. If I'm coming, I'm going to come ready. So I've got a couple plans, but I know that once I step through those doors, they're coming for us. So.
Listen, I need to interrupt Steve, right? Steve is one of the most creative motherfuckers that I know. You look at this whole concept of the showcase of violence, this place, the art, the whole concept of the show, all came from Steve.
It's a great
so imagine what he's going to do when he goes for the pranks.
Oh man, like remember we did our 4th of July barbecue where we had the dunk tank. I'm not giving it away, but I think we can try to figure out like a reverse dunk tank thing.
Or like a tiger
yes,
trap
yeah.
opens up in the ground.
There might be live animals. Yeah, there might be live animals
Yeah.
involved. I'm working on it. I'm working on something creative for.
You need to be preemptive, Steve, because there is a target on your back, it sounds like.
I know. That's why I've been staying away from the office.
No,
but,
listen, I don't feel that there's a target on Steve's back. Let me be honest with you. I think Steve is sort of like immune. He's a fucking lawyer. Like, we're all sort of afraid, like,
you
Steve's
touch
going
him.
to sue us,
Yeah.
like we took it too far. So
It's your shield.
I'm gonna sign a release and then I'm coming strong.
All right. Pranks aside, amazing card. Let's talk about tonight. This is going to be an amazing one. So it's all rising stars. We don't have any pros on tonight, but a lot of these guys are right on the cusp of going pro. I know Kameron Fardad, who's fighting in the main event. He was supposed to go pro in March, but then this fight came up. There was a vacant welterweight strap, and he decided to step up one last time as a rising star, right? So what do you think about that match? Fardad versus Majali Gay.
listen, I think it's an amazing fight. What I think is even more amazing is, you've interviewed both these guys.
Yeah.
How intelligent are both these guys? Grounded, humble, not concerned with their records. They want that strap. I mean,
want the strap.
Majali, Carson had to fall out due to injury. And so Majali got offered Kameron and he took it in a heartbeat. But also you look at Kameron, wasn't even in camp. He jumped at the opportunity. So these are the things that I love. I know Steve's been in the game 15 plus years and seen a lot of cool shit, but this for me is just super inspiring to see these guys step up last minute and challenge themselves.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to that, I mean, I had the opportunity to interview Majali Gay and Carson Dohan, the original matchup, the Meet the Artist profiles that you've seen on our social media and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, I left that interview room thinking, first of all, I felt like I was talking to pro fighters, just the way that they handled themselves, the confidence that they exuded in not only their careers, but their life, process to get to where they are today. And I remember in my mind, I thought this is going to be the fight of the night, no matter what. And these are, guys that, a lot of pro fighters do not actually prepare and handle their lives, let alone their careers, the same way. And then when Carson fell out, and then we found out that, Kameron Fardad was going to be the replacement, that fight of the night just became even a more fight of the night, because of that matchup. Because, Kameron, I mean, he's fought for us multiple times. He does have more skills than a lot of the pros that we put on. No disrespect to the pros that we put on. But, these are both, he's one of those guys that are just, it's not a matter of if, but when, he decides to take his career, to the next level. So it's a blessing that, on a show like this, in a venue like this, something that's different, that's creative, that really is an opportunity to be able to highlight the rising stars. We've got the best of the best, literally the cream of the crop of rising stars, this level of fighters in the state of California, if not the United States.
Agreed.
Can I say something like in Steve and Steve Osi, this question's for you, right? being newer to the fight game and being involved in the promotion, right? One thing that I'm really seeing, it's kind of like a culture. You look at the gyms, right, that are producing the guys, Supa, right? You've got Pugilist, you've got CMMA, Fight Academy, OG Training Center. A lot of these gyms, their guys are the ones that step up last minute, don't really care who they fight, right? And I think, see, when you're comparing sort of the Rising Stars versus the pros, these Rising Stars with this sort of mentality and attitude already in their careers, I mean, these guys are destined for amazing things.
Yeah, I mean, the way I equate it, because I'm a big basketball fan, it's very similar to when you're watching, NCAA basketball, and who the guys on that court just playing college ball. Last night here in LA, Sierra Canyon was playing Notre Dame, two of the best high school, basketball teams in the country. And it was an amazing game. It was on ESPNU. I happened to be watching because my kids play basketball. You're talking about Scottie Pippen's son was playing, Percy Miller's son was playing, guys that have already committed to Division I schools, and you're watching that basketball game thinking, this guy could probably hang in the NBA today. And it's the same thing when you watch the guys from Duke, the guys from Stanford, the guys from, the big powerhouse schools, Arizona, and you're like, wait a minute, next year he's going into the draft and he's going to be averaging 18 points in the NBA. Yeah. This is what our rising stars are. Yeah. They would literally beat a lot of pros today, and I think that's the best analogy where, look, certain guys aren't. Certain guys might have to go play overseas, in basketball and stuff like that, but these are the guys that are going to be on the big show as soon as they decide themselves to declare themselves, just like anybody, in NCAA would declare themselves ready for the draft. Oh, LeBron's son was playing last night, and so, stuff like that. So you see these high school kids, you're like, yeah, but these guys will be playing in the NBA in 2 or 3 years. Yeah. That's how I feel about some of these fighters that are fighting for our show.
And what's cool too, you got guys like Johnny O'Neal. He's 22 years old. He's definitely qualifies for what you're saying. He could go pro right now. He's definitely at that level. Yep. Fight of the year last year, knockout of the year last year, fighting for the strap tonight. He could go pro. When I talked to him about it, he's like, to be honest, I am not in a rush to do that. I literally want to be the best before I step in there.
Yeah.
He's pacing himself. He has the humility, the maturity.
Well, he's only 22, I think.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't want to. So I've talked to guys who are 20 who are chomping at the bit, like, I can't wait to go pro. Johnny, who could be, is like, no, hold on.
So that I think is a different mentality of a fighter. I think it also happens to have a lot of influence on which gym he comes from. He comes from CMMA. He's in with the Sharks. He sees the Victor Henrys and the guy and the Javier Garcias, the guys that are in that gym that have had long pro careers, and he realizes, I need to work on certain things. He's got a huge Muay Thai, pedigree where he's got all of his fights. So the answer is yes, absolutely. He could go pro and he could be 3-0, 4-0 by the end of the year, but it's a different mentality in the sense of when I go pro, I'm going to learn everything I need to learn. I'm going to see everything that I need to see. And, if you do have the aspirations of having a UFC career or anything else like that, you're a polished product. Yeah. The matchmakers at the UFC see that. And that's where they're like, we're going to sign this kid that's, very rarely do they sign guys that are, less than 7 fights, 8 fights, because they know there's a learning process. That learning process right now is happening for Johnny O'Neal on the Rising Stars level. He's a ready-made product once he turns pro.
Yeah, right.
But if I can also say that, you look at Dragon House, right? Sending two of their fighters down there to fight two top prospects coming to enemy territory. Something like that, to me, these guys coming here, wanting this glory, it just is truly freaking inspiring. But it also says something about Dragon House and the guys that they're producing and what they're willing to do.
How did you make that contact with Zhang? Because Dragon House, for folks who don't know, it's the biggest promotion in San Francisco. Yeah. They do stuff at Kezar Pavilion, which is in Golden Gate Park, and their next card is actually at the Cow Palace, which is massive. Yeah. So, Zhang
iconic venue.
Yeah, he puts on these amazing shows. Right, they have boxing matches there. And Zhang, he does everything in-house too. All his media, he really runs a tight ship, and he's the coach for a lot of these fighters too. A great coach as well. So how did you make that connection with him?
So George Bastarbajian and I have worked with Zhang for many years with respect to certain pro fighters that come out of the Northern California area. We have a lot of respect for certain promoters that do things a certain way. I remember the first time I ever talked to him, he said, "Yeah, I do my own production." Well, that's a man after my own heart. I do my own production, and he told me about the intricacies of that venue at Golden Gate Park, Kezar Pavilion, right, which is also an iconic venue in the 50s and the 60s. They had crazy boxing matches, I respected that too, because I mean, you look at some of the venues that we go into. Like sometimes, we got to figure out if the plumbing's working. Do we have internet? Do we need a hotspot? So when we had that first initial conversation, it was kind of like a man after my own heart, in the sense of this is a self-made, promoter that believes in the sport, that believes in advancing fighters, and kind of gets it as far as that goes. And then, the whole goal with Up Next Fighting was never to say, okay, we're going to be a Los Angeles promotion and we're just going to get all the local Southern California fighters. It was always, let's start with actually determining who the best fighters in the whole state of California is, because we all know that the epicenter of MMA is California, with all of the gyms that are here, all of the fighters that come out. I mean, if you literally look at a list of fighters that have come out of this state versus any other state, in the history of professional MMA, there's no comparison. And obviously a lot of these, older fighters now, the Dan Hendersons and so forth, have their own gyms, are doing their own shows. And so it was really a natural fit. And we asked, several times, like, hey, wouldn't it be great if, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in LA, if we did it in San Francisco, if we did it in Northern California, if basically we combined, some of the best fighters in the state to really test their skill against each other, because it's kind of like, like any art or any sport, like I used to joke, like, I was all neighborhood in basketball.
That's not saying much, Steve.
No, but in my neighborhood, I could ball. Like, there was one letter and a lot of talent that separated Steve Nash and Steve Bash when I was growing up. But I joked about it because, with my other little friends on a 12-block radius, like, I was known as the baller in that area. But of course, we know there's other areas of the city and other areas of the state of the country where I could not ever compete. So how wonderful would it be where, certain fighters that know that in their region, they're the kings, but there's other kings in other regions. Why not test your skill against that? So this show, I believe, with Zhang, with other promoters as well, because we tried to do it in San Diego with some local promoters there, and then they were afraid. They were like, I don't know if we want to fuck with your guys. We like to be kings of our own palace.
I've heard that before. They have their own matchmakers, and they want to make sure their guys, especially at the amateur divisions, are getting those wins on the home turf, so they get that experience. It can be nerve-wracking.
But getting it on the home turf, is that really experience, or is that just different motivation? And that's where, and this is what I love about Up Next. We are putting the best talent against the best talent, right? To build them for their future. I think a lot of other promotions, I think what sets us apart, which is really, really cool, and Zhang is like this, like, we want to build the future. We want to give these guys a platform that they deserve, that they're working so hard for. They deserve nothing less. And so that's why when Steve talks about teaming up with promotions, I mean, the world is all about collaborations now, right? And so us collaborating with Zhang, bring some of his fighters down, we're going to send some of our fighters up there. We want to do that with like-minded promotions, because we want the best of the best to be fighting each other.
We got to see Up Next in Northern California this year. It's got to happen.
I know it's been a plan. I mean, I like this place. Like, now that we've set it up and everything else, I'm like, oh wow, I do 4 or 5 shows here a year, but and then of course that ingrains us more in LA.
No, Steve, but you drove me nuts when you brought me here at first. I just didn't have the vision.
Oh, no, he was ready to walk out. Really?
No, I didn't have the vision. We're walking around, and Ryan and I both just weren't feeling it. And then Steve just all of a sudden came up with the concept of it, and all of a sudden he talked it through, fell in love with it. And now, like, seeing what this place looks like and seeing the look on the fighters' faces when they're coming in here, seeing pieces of art of them up on the walls. I mean, I don't know, very cool.
Kaylene Cabral was saying it's just so poetic. I get to fight.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, listen, mixed martial arts is an ultimate art form. Why not celebrate the artistic part of that?
Steve, can you give Steve B a pat on his back for coming up with this design?
Thank you. Yeah.
Totally
I brought my own dancers too.
My idea for this, I was like, hey, I got a crazy idea. And I call Kris. I'm like, hey, what if we get a speed painter to watch the matches and put all the highlights and present this mural at the end? And he was like, yeah, go for it. And so I shopped around a little bit to get him. You can't even imagine how expensive these guys are.
They're crazy.
It's a very high level skill. Normally, like the Vegas ones, apparently they go for $20,000. I found like lower tier one who was ready to go.
But does he paint like stick figures or?
No, Steve O'Connell did the research, and we were so excited about
this guy was ready to go. But it was like $7,000 or something. So we were like, all right, next time.
But listen, the thought process is correct, and I believe it's always like,
I'm a producer too.
And the amount of times that we've actually said in the last couple of days, like, okay, this show, this is all we're gonna do. Next show, we're gonna add this and that, because at the end of the day, it's like a museum, right? You curate, right? You pick certain pieces and everything else like that. So, tonight, we're presenting a museum, to the fight fans, the fighters. We want it to feel like you're walking into, a little bit of urban. We got the graffiti on the walls and stuff like that, because that's our style. Like like I was born in the Ukraine, but I don't know any Ukrainian dancing. But if you wanted me to like bust out the worm or something, I could do it, because I grew up in a different in a different culture. But the point is if you build it, they will come. I believe that, and so this, we did our Club UNF show, which was a little bit more of a nightclub Hollywood feel.
Now that's being knocked off.
Oh my God! Did you say? Like look up Club Sumo. They literally use the same graphics as we use. They're doing sumo wrestling in a nightclub in New Jersey. No,
same colors, same
Club
font.
Sumo sounds really cool.
Oh my God!
Club Sumo does sound pretty cool.
I'm gonna give those guys a call right
for sure.
after this.
They might have one-upped us, Steve. Let's be honest.
Because they had the blueprint. But it's fun. It's fun, and believe me, like you mentioned the painter. Like I remember years ago, Manny Pacquiao had his personal artist, and he could literally draw on the spot, any fighter. And like George came up to me today, he's like, "Man, you think he's here? Is he in the Philippines?" I'm like, "I don't know, but wouldn't it be cool if he just sat out there?"
It's a high level skill.
For sure.
Yeah, but I think like this is one piece, right? The event, the environment, the showcase of violence, doing that. But also if you look at everything that the production team, New Money has done, to really create content for these fighters and pushing that out there. I think that's what really creates a buzz. And look, we're sold out for tonight, which is just freaking amazing.
How many seats did you sell for this one?
We're at about 750 right now, which honestly is just
750 in.
Well, the GAs are standing room only, so it's going to get packed. After this interview, literally, now that we're done with the weigh-in and everything else, I am going to find a couple of inches here and there to add a couple chairs, and hopefully we can release a couple more for sale in the next couple hours. But and it's just going to suck because I know there's going to be a walk-up crowd and they may be turned away. But that's not the worst thing in the world. We didn't anticipate that, just because you think, oh, all amateurs and will you sell 750 tickets, but. You got to give credit to the fighters. You got to give credit to everyone at UNF. Give credit to you guys, because you came out to Content Day.
Of course.
You had these interviews that you did with the fighters were wonderful. I know Kris just mentioned it, but it is absolutely true. Not only for the Southern California guys, but now the NorCal guys that come down now and get a piece of feel for this. But this is what the fighters deserve, right? They really deserve the attention and the marketing and the exposure. On a level that the pros get. Some pros don't even get them, but on a level that, let's say, the high-end pros get, that should be the difference maker. That was always, plan number one for Up Next Fighting, to make sure that we focus on who is up next. And so,
so it was really cool because one of the fighters, Israel Salazar, hit me up. He's just like, I watched my last interview. I see where I can improve, and I really want to get this out, this and that. And it really inspired me, right? Like that we're doing that. He's taking the time to analyze it. He's working on building his brand, and he understands these interviews and being a part of this stuff. Though they're not in their comfort zone doing this. They're in their comfort zone in the cage, whooping someone's ass, but that helps them build their brand. So many of these guys are appreciative of the work you guys are doing.
Yeah, I get great messages.
I just want to let you know that they are so thankful, so appreciative. And so, I always say this whenever we talk, like, we feel very blessed to work with you guys.
As are we.
The resources you guys put behind it. I think everybody just thinks it's, throw up a couple cameras and it's super easy. But
nobody knows how hard it is.
Steve has taught me. I never knew how much went into production, but Steve has really schooled me. How much work and effort really goes into it, and when you're not just chopping shit together. And that's what you guys are doing, is making great content, building these fighters' brands. So, as far as Up Next goes, we're super, super stoked to be working with you.
And we will come to Northern California.
We will, I promise.
Come to our home turf.
Yeah. Like New Money, you guys can go crazy. You guys can go crazy.
Brought to you by.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're looking forward to it. We got a great team. That's why we're able to tap in with you guys and provide a lot of value for the fighters and the promotion. You have an incredible team. It's just
Who do you
growing
think's the most incredible person on
The
our team?
most incredible?
No, listen, because the
I can
person
leave
that gets
if you
the
wanna
most.
say it without me.
Does
Yeah,
that
that's
go by
fine. Yeah.
likes or DMs? Because if it's DMs, it's Shirelle for sure.
Apparently, we talked about that.
No, I know, but I don't think you really pushed her hard enough. I think you really need to push her on how many DMs she gets
how
and
many?
what's going on there. But who do you think is the most important member of the UNF team? Because if you ask
I don't know.
Steve,
Yeah, I don't
Steve's
know.
going to
Yeah.
say Steve.
Ostermagian.
Honestly,
You think George, really?
well,
I don't know.
I think I would have to vote Vicky. Because she writes the checks.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm joking.
No, Vicky, let's be honest, Vicky's probably the most likable character on our team.
I mean, all joking aside, I think that everyone's equally important because I really strongly believe that whatever we're doing, whatever we've done, whatever we plan on doing in the future, literally doesn't come together unless, Ryan and George and Kris and I, let's say our brain trust, but even, Chris Coulter, Jeremy McPeak, all the guys that are really tied in. Like even just down to our ring announcers, like Ashley, has been posting and Schmo and the stuff that they do. It's really just like, all of these components where if any part is missing, everything would fall apart, I believe, because we really do rely on each other. I know I rely without asking for anything, without doing anything on so many people at Up Next to just simply do things so that I can do certain other things. Yeah. And then I know if those things aren't done.
Are those the things when you ask me to get stuff off the server that you have access to, but won't go to the server yourself
so
and get
it's kind of it's kind of like my way. Yeah, so it's my way of saying I'm pretty lazy. And so unless I have people doing shit for me, I can't really function effectively.
As long as I have servants doing my bidding, everything runs really smoothly.
Yeah. But again, I'm here for everyone, and maybe this is where my importance lies in. It's like, hey, you want an idea? I can give you the idea. I just can't really implement it. I need somebody else to do the work.
I think the good thing is, and I think your team is probably the same way. We all have our role, right? And I think we all have our strengths and our weaknesses. And trust me, we're a quirky group of people, right? Steve's got his quirky issues, so does George and myself, Ryan, the whole team. But we just come together to make this whole thing work. And then I think, but I mean, a lot of the unsung heroes are the people behind the scenes, right? The talent.
Hold on, I think it's the final number. I think it's the final number. Yeah. This has to be the
and like
the finale over there.
All this stuff is going on behind the scenes. You don't see the personalities. You don't see the drama. You don't see the Ukrainian dancers. But in the end, the only thing that matters is the cage door closes, you fill the house, and that bell rings.
And by the way, because I've been to pro wrestling shows here before. Josh Barnett did a pro wrestling show that I was at, and then years ago I was working for Top Rank at the time, and so Vasily Lomachenko did his open workout right here at the Ukrainian Center because that's he's Ukrainian.
Yeah.
It was a good match when he was fighting at Staples Center. The acoustics in this place are nuts. So tonight, I'm telling you right now, I don't think people have experienced how loud it's going to get. It's
louder than the Ukrainian dancers.
Well, think about it. That's only 10 Ukrainian females on the stage. Think about MMA fans. So this place, I believe, is going to have an energy and a vibe that no MMA show has in California. That's actually why I kind of saw the vision of it's different, but it's going to work. So it'll be cool.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's do this. All right, guys, we gotta get ready for the big event. Get my suit on.
You're wearing a suit tonight?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, he's doing it.
They asked me to get in the cage tonight and do the post-fight interview, so we got to step it up.
It's an art theme, though. Can you go as Andy Warhol or
I'm not a big Andy Warhol fan, but maybe Gauguin. I might wear a sarong or something like that.
You can do a little Van Gogh, maybe color the ear or something.
Actually, Josh Cooper, we were joking. Yeah, you should. He's got the Van Gogh look. Would you wear a bandage around your head tonight?
Let's go.
And the Cristobal could have pulled off a nice Dali, but he shaved his mustache.
Listen, Cristobal could pull anything off. That's my guy.
He's a G. Oh, yeah. Just wear the money heist mask all night. Yeah, just as a Dali.
Oh, right. Yeah, we'll see.
That's about as much art as I know.
Think about it.
All right.
No suit for me. Just saying.
All right.
Yeah, well, all right.
Thank you.
UNF 15, Steve Nash Bash.
It's only one letter away.
All neighborhood
champion of basketball.
I averaged 7 fouls, 6 turnovers, and 14 points a game.
No skills over here. Yeah.
All the skills, holding it all together, heart and soul of the organization, the attitude of gratitude. And I am very grateful. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Another fantastic weigh-in show, and we'll see you tonight.
Let's
UNF
go.
15.
Let's go.